Our organization is the 6th Avenue Corridor Urban Main Street Program. We are working on implementing the 6th Avenue Corridor Streetscape Project, which will dramatically transform 1.2 miles of 6th Avenue from 235 north to the Des Moines River. And this is a catalytic project that has been advocated for by neighborhood residents for over 20 years. It will completely transform the physical environment of 6th Avenue, making it more walkable with widened sidewalks, calming the traffic by reducing the lanes from 5 to 3. We're going to have integrated bioretention cells to focus on environmental sustainability. Our local residents would be challenged to collectively contribute the type of dollars needed for a project like this. So having Prairie Meadows in the community to be able to partner with on seeing this actually come to fruition is critical.
The funds will go to capital construction. We envision this as a $1 million project. Like again, Prairie Meadows will be in at the $200,000 level. So all will be hardscape solutions. There'll be the overlook deck feature. There'll be native plants here with wildflowers to keep the great view, but makes the park setting so iconic. Without groups like Prairie Meadows, most of these great, iconic, expensive park improvements would not be done. The city budget is just stretched to a point where there's too many demands and not enough money.
Parks Area Foundations was founded in 1998 to help revitalize and to help continue the growth of the older North Des Moines neighborhoods. Basically, the grant will go towards the construction of the Riviera stage, which is to be built on the site of the old Riviera Ballroom, which was part of the historic Riverview Amusement Park. Our whole organization is a volunteer organization. There's not one person that works on this project that's being paid. So grants like this and the help that we receive from entities like Prairie Meadows are critical to get things like this done.
The Des Moines Waterworks Park Foundation was formed about 4 years ago to actually implement the master plan for Waterworks Park. And at 1,500 acres is really this wonderful but underutilized palette right in the middle of Des Moines. And so our mission is to basically make that a greater green space for our community. With Prairie Meadows support, we're able to implement this first $9 million master plan that's part of Phase 1. It'll support the amphitheater, the lawn development, the outdoor classrooms, the natural play areas, just the whole general gardens for groups like us that are raising that money privately. To have a Prairie Meadows and the generous support that they're offering us, it really helps us make something like this become reality.
The Diocese of Des Moines serves about 36,000 households in central and southwest Iowa. We meet their ministry needs, and we also serve them through our Catholic schools, financial aid for students. We serve Catholic charities, clients through food pantries, a domestic violence shelter, a homeless shelter, counseling services, just to name a few. We'll use the funds to help renovate the Catholic Pastoral Center. It will be an enhanced room with lots of technology and a great meeting room. I would like people to know how blessed we are to have Prairie Meadows in our community. They have contributed to numerous organizations throughout our area for many years.
Des Moines Metro Opera is a nationally recognized progressive opera company that runs a summer festival season of 3 main stage operas every year between June and July. The Legacy Grant from Prairie Meadows will benefit our Words and Music at the Carnegie Library Capital Campaign. One of the important goals for us is to provide deeper engagement with the community around us. Another important aim for us with this campaign is to address ADA compliant accessibility so that all people can experience live performing arts and access in a greater way towards Des Moines Metro Opera programming. The credibility that a Prairie Meadows Legacy Grant lends to our efforts not only helps us get closer to the goal, but inspires other donors to step forward and to meet the challenge.
Blank Park Zoo is the only accredited zoo in Iowa. Our specialties are endangered species, outreach, education, and conservation. The funds of the grant are due to completing our giraffe large mammal breeding center, which will have an indoor day room for the giraffe. Giraffe are an iconic species at the Blank Park Zoo, and they have the shortest outdoor season due to wet conditions and also cold. So now people can come year-round every day and see the giraffe inside. It also lets us bring in school groups in the winter, so a whole classroom of kids can interact with those species with their instructor and our science animal care person. Iowa's a smaller state, and to build a quality zoo, some of the components are very expensive. and to reach out to an organization that is willing to contribute to your cause and help change the community. Prairie Meadows is integral to our efforts every year.
Mainframe Studios is a new nonprofit model for providing permanent, affordable workspace for artists of all disciplines. Our self-sustaining business plan ensures that artists can work here for generations to come and make sure that artists have a dedicated place in their community. Our capital campaign is funding the building of Mainframe Studios, which is a 160,000 square foot building at 900 Keogh Way, and the build out. Prairie Meadows funding is an important stepping stone in realizing our mission. So these funds are not only going towards our campaign, but also securing Des Moines' reputation for valuing the arts. With phase 1 almost complete, we'll have over 70 artists joining us as our first tenants.
Pleasant Hill is the closest city to downtown Des Moines, and we're growing. And as a part of this, we recognized that with all of this growth, we knew we needed to invest in our natural landscape and have green space for our community. So the council bought a 77-acre piece of land that is right next to 4 Mile Elementary that encompasses woodlands, natural prairies, some wetlands, and will allow for us to have a open space for multi-use activities, trails through the woods, splash pad, dog park. We do have limited funds and we do not want to overtax to make projects happen. So with the ability to leverage grant dollars, it's absolutely essential to make it happen. The community as a whole, not just Pleasant Hill, benefits tremendously from Prairie Meadows. And while they often fly under the radar with the amount that they give out to the community, just know that representatives in a community like Pleasant Hill understands the impact they are making with their dollars, and we couldn't do it without them.
Our organization has been around in Eastern Polk County for a number of years. We've done community services from the start, so helping organizations like Central Iowa Shelter and Services, Habitat for Humanity, and Greater Des Moines Family Promise, just to name a few. We're very grateful for this grant that we received from Prairie Meadows. This legacy grant will help us to reach more people. The funds will go for what we call phase 2, and we're going to develop another parish hall and kitchen. It will be added onto our building to the tune of about 6,000 square foot hall, and that will enable us to also have more community events. We're very grateful once again for receiving that legacy grant so that we can keep up with the growth and the needs of the area.
Each month, the Food Bank of Iowa distributes about 1 million pounds of food to over 180,000 Iowans in need across 55 counties. About half that food stays right here in Central Iowa, helping your neighbors in need. The Food Bank of Iowa is a wholesale food distributor working with about 500 partner agencies, some of which are food pantries, schools, rehab centers, and shelters. Today, the Food Bank of Iowa works out of an old, aged, inefficient building. It was originally designed to accommodate about 1/3 of what we distribute today. This grant from Prairie Meadows will help us with a mission-critical building renovation to allow us to provide more healthy food to more Iowans more quickly. Receiving a grant from Prairie Meadows is akin to receiving the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, and we are thrilled to be a 2017 Legacy Grant recipient.
Courage League Sports is an adaptive recreation and sports facility serving kids and adults with special needs in the greater Des Moines area. Our programs reach all abilities, all ages. Really, our goal is to provide a wellness, social opportunities, and possible sports participation for those that really can't go at full speed as anybody else. The grant we received from Prairie Meadows is going to be a huge impact for Greater Des Moines and for Courage League. We're able to now open a new location on the other side of Des Moines and give more opportunities for those who are impacted with a special need. So we're excited about the expansion of Courage League going into Eastern Polk County. Our new facility will be about 6,000 square feet. So the grant dollars really are helping with the build out of the space, buying equipment for the space, and program development for the space. We hope to get this up and going this fall. So it's a huge impact for what we can do and really springs us ahead to get things going that much quicker for our community.
The organization is a nonprofit entity based here in Earlham, and the nonprofit will own this wonderful community asset once the restoration is complete. It's an expensive project at $2.1 million. We've got a community of 1,450 people here, and we've had tremendous fundraising success, but without Prairie Meadows, we just truly couldn't have got to the finish line. We're doing a complete historic restoration of this building that was built in 1900, so we're redoing all the HVAC, we're redoing all the walls, all the flooring, and just creating a beautiful community asset. What it's doing here in Earlham, the contribution from Prairie Meadows, it allows us to do some economic development work. It allows us to enhance our community in terms of the streetscape and the community engagement and how people are together. So without Prairie Meadows, this just can't happen.
Greater Des Moines Habitat for Humanity is about bringing people together to build homes, community, and hope. And it's really about the community coming out, volunteering, helping to build houses and helping those that wouldn't otherwise have that opportunity to have the dream of home ownership. The Prairie Meadow Funds are going to help us with Pocket Neighborhood in the Birdland area. It's going to be able to allow us to create 23 new home ownership opportunities for low-income families. Families that are hardworking, they go through and do sweat equity. They also are going through our home buyers education, and then they purchase the Habitat home, and that allows us then to be able to continue to revitalize neighborhoods and make a difference in the community. So the Prairie Meadows gift keeps giving even after we finish working with those specific families. It is making a difference. It is helping us revitalize neighborhoods and build lives. It's really, when we talk about Habitat for Humanity, building homes, community, and hope, it's Prairie Meadows and the Des Moines community that allow us to be able to do that.
St. Vincent de Paul was established in Des Moines in 1924, and really our goal is to build people to self-sufficiency. So we try to meet their basic needs with our pantries, whether it be food, clothing, financial help, etc. And then we try to get them to the next level with continued education. Our end goal is to not only get them to self-sufficiency, but help them think, act, and behave more positively and productively. The funds will really go towards finishing the project. We need a new roof, we need to update the grounds, we need to finish off the inside of some of the facility. We're going to be able to double the number of people served through this location. I think we'll exceed 25,000 people served next year. We don't exist without grant funding. I mean, the stores are a wonderful revenue source for us, but we're able to diversify what we do, meet people's needs, and really adapt and be malleable to what their needs are.